we have our special guest, Jerade the Drummer. Yes, so let the people know where the name Jerade the Drummer came from.
That's an excellent question right there. Actually, it was like a rebirth. You know how, like biblical, how Saul's name was changed to Paul. So it's like God gave me a new name. I was an artist, and I was doing different kind of music. I had a different type of mission, but He gave me a new mission. So when He gave me a new mission, He gave me a new name, and it's Jerade the Drummer. So it was like you play the drums, and that's what you really do. But I'm gonna give you a flock, and I'm gonna give you an audience to say some things that I want you to say. So it just coincided like that. Jerade the Drummer, man. Been running with it. JTD, yeah.
I love that. I love that. So, as we can see, you're a drummer as well. When did you become a drummer? How long have you been doing that?
Well, basically, I've been playing the drums all my life. My grandmother, my great-grandmother, that's who raised me. So she brought me up in church, and like from 5 to 7 years old, I would just sit by the drums, and I got to see so many different styles, so many different drummers just coming to play. I played at First Church of Love and Faith. It was on it's on still 79th and Hamilton. So then I also ventured off into the Church of God in Christ. You know, some of the best musicians come from there. And then also I got experience with the apostolic faith, and I just been playing all my life. I went to school to pick up a couple of things, because you always have to harness your craft. You know, you're never at the top of your game. You have to always keep practicing. You have to always keep going. So some of the younger drummers that's coming up, I snatch moves from them. So as long as you work on your fundamentals, your basic rudiments and things like that, you should be great. You'll be able to do almost what you see. So when I first started drumming, and I learned all these riffs and rudiments and all type of chops and stuff, they used to call me Jerade Solo Sullivan. So I don't care if the song was like lead me, guide me. I'm about to put a solo in there somewhere.
That's what I'm talking about. You know what? When you can feel the music and create your own self throughout the music, that's a beautiful thing. I love that. So what made you want to become, I'm going to say first drummer and then rapper?
Well, again, starting off in church, it just caught my attention. I saw the organ player, he was cool. I saw the guitar player, the bass player, they was all great, they was cool. But it was just something about the drums. I was like, yeah, that seemed like that's like just my style right there. Like, and it just stuck with me. And as far as like being a artist, well, as far as like being an artist, I didn't really like rap like that at first. I got to tell on myself. I wasn't really into the boom bap and, you know, stuff like that. I loved it. I loved the Houdinis and Rakim, you know, everybody you're supposed to love, the mainstream people. I definitely loved all of them. But I was like, I don't really like that. But when I heard Regulators, for some reason the West Coast just pulled me in. It like, man, I'm like, wait a minute. I hear music. I hear melodies. I hear a real story being told. Oh, I came up in the chart. I like this. Yeah, I can write some songs. I can put some music to it. I can get some hooks and going and tell the people a message. Yeah, this is hot. I want to do this. So my first song, it was called Learning Process, and it just was telling people about life, you know, kind of like the do's and don'ts, and then some of the experiences that I had up until that time. I was like 19. That's when I wrote my first song, and the second song was called Take a Look in the Mirror. So 2 positive messages. I'm like, man, this, and it came relatively easy. I had a manager found me as well as I found the manager, and they took my stuff to New York. It was Relativity Records, which merged and became to Loud Records. And I'm like, man, I'm 19, I'm about to get a deal. Because they liked the first 2 songs. The only thing they wanted was just for me to go into the studio and emulate that again. So this is what I would tell other artists coming up. Make sure you take advantage of your opportunities, because I didn't cash in on the opportunity. And it could have been maybe because I wasn't as ready as I thought I was, or I could have gotten cocky or anything, or it just may have not have been my time at that time. But now, yeah, I wouldn't say I think I'm ready. I know that I'm ready for what is about to occur, and how I'm gonna embrace it and give back to the people. That's all.
Or what would you say would be your biggest accomplishment so far in your music career?
That's a good question. I would say my biggest accomplishment is still ongoing, but in the meantime, between time, I would say the networking and the relationships that I have encountered along the way, that would be some of that would be my biggest accomplishment. Working with one of my business partners that's here tonight, Tone J, Creative Revolution. I've been working with them about 4 years now, and this is like, since that time, this is the closest and the mark I have music on all platforms. I didn't even have music on any platform back then. My songs have been played on the radio. A couple of songs been played on Power 92. I'm writing songs. I'm still producing. Man, so I just thank God for the ride, and I feel that the best is yet to come. But I still know how to enjoy the moment and stay humble and just embrace everything. I'm back again with a new name, with a new mission, and a new purpose.
I love that. So thank you so much for sharing your experience, your story with us. And can you let us know how we spell your name and where we can find you on social media?
For sure. That's Jerade The Drummer. It's spelled like Jerade. My mom's did that to me. I don't know why, but Jerade The Drummer. It's all one word. Jerade The Drummer. JeradTheDrummer. Jerade The Drummer on all platforms.
Thank you so much. One more question before we leave. Where are you from, Jerade The Drummer?
And that's a wonderful question, because I reps my city to the fullest. I'm from Chicago, Illinois. I was born and raised on the south side of Chicago in the Wild Wild Hundreds. I've lived and migrated to, the migrants is not the only migrants here, so I've lived and migrated to the north side. They would call it the North Pole. I stayed in Rogers Park. I've also lived on the west side of Chicago, and I got a little bit of experience over there. And guess what? I also even spent time on the east side of Chicago. So I would just say that I'm just a full Chicagoan.
That's what I'm talking about. So shout out to Jerade The Drummer, y'all. And y'all, thank you so much for joining us today. And